how should they learn web development in 2025, or I should say coding or programming or whatever in 2025. So let's go. And obviously that
If
is
I had to
also
start
with the
learning
help
web
of
development
AI
all
as well. So, go back to this. That's not over.
If I had to start learning web development all over again in 2025, I'd do things very differently. The first mistake most beginners make is diving straight into frameworks like Angular, React, or Next.js without even knowing the basics of the web. If I were
Yeah, that is true. That is big facts. Big facts. Bro, I probably should make a dedicated video on this, but I'm gonna be so real, bro. I'm gonna be so real. Man, you have to understand HTML, CSS, and JavaScript before you get into stacks, bro. Like, please, for the love of God, man, if you're religious, like, bro, do not go into frameworks or stacks or whatever, right? And try to build a website like you are going to absolutely cook yourself, bro. Like, don't go into ChatGPT and be like, well, I'm feeling to build it like vibe coding, right? I'm feeling to build like a gift shop website. Let me just type in the ChatGPT, hey, build me a gift shop website. And when ChatGPT gives you the code, now you're like, what is this? You know what I mean? So please, for the love of God, man, please understand HTML, CSS, and JavaScript first. Please.
Angular, React, or Next.js without even knowing the basics of the web. If I were starting fresh, I'd lock myself in with the foundations HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Not
Yeah, I see. I didn't watch this video, bro. I promise you I didn't watch this video. Exactly what I said, man. Please learn these things first, man.
in with the foundations HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Not tutorial hell, not copying random code snippets, but actually building tiny things like
Well, to be honest, there's nothing wrong with watching tutorials. I watch a lot of tutorials from this website called Free Coding Camp, and you know, I won't lie, there's up to a certain point where I, learned just how the like they had a JavaScript course, right? And I won't lie, their JavaScript course wasn't really that good. I didn't really like it that much, but the HTML and the CSS part of it, that was really good because from there is where I got to like actually learn how to style my pages and stuff, and obviously having a good obviously, well, one having the good structure is good. I mean, you must have good structure because people will understand, right? But also as well, it's to have good style that it's colorful, it's user friendly. So it's like understanding HTML, CSS is something I would say extremely important to learn first before you really get into JavaScript, because JavaScript, I mean, I won't lie, there is AI now. So I mean, AI can't technically do the logic for you because I mean it is a logic based, well, code to code, a logic based application, right, or software. So yeah, man.
not copying random code snippets, but actually building tiny things, like a personal homepage with only HTML and CSS, or a simple to do list in plain JavaScript. Once you learn those raw building blocks, every framework you touch later will suddenly make sense instead of feeling like black magic.
Yeah, that is something big I realized with React. With React, I didn't realize that it uses a lot of like HTML and CSS. So once I understand how it works, it was basically easier for me to understand the code properly. And I said I literally grind web development for 4 months straight. Like I literally didn't take a break from school. Like I was straight on it. I mean, I'm still going as well, right? But bro, like I literally studied this, bro. Like I studied, and if you know that meme.
Every framework you touch later will suddenly make sense instead of feeling like black magic.
Yeah.
After that, I'd move on to modern JavaScript, not just learning the syntax, but really understanding how promises, async await, and ES6 plus features actually work. Back in the day, people used jQuery for everything, but in 2025, you don't need that. The browser APIs are strong enough now that vanilla JS is a superpower on its own. For example, using fetch to grab data from an API and then rendering it in the DOM. That skill alone is enough to make you feel like you can build real apps. And trust me, if you understand JavaScript deeply, React
Yo, what the hell was that picture, bro? But whatever. But to be honest, but y'all, I mean, I didn't really go, I didn't really dive into the whole fundamentals with JavaScript. Like I just said, I just kind of use ChatGPT for it. But I guess that's kind of my fault because when I do get a lot of errors, like I am a bit like confused with what the errors are, but usually it is usually like just like a internal server error or something like that, so it's not really that deep, you know. So it's like AI can still understand the logic of everything what to do, because I said it is a logic based application or software. So it's like with AI you can basically do all these things there.
or Vue or Svelte won't scare you later. Then comes the step where I'd introduce frameworks, but I'd be more strategic about it. In 2025, React is still everywhere, but it's not the only game in town. If I was restarting, I'd pick one framework and I'd stick with it until I could build a real project. That could be a blog with Next.js or a small e-commerce site. The point isn't to dabble in every framework, it's to understand one deeply enough that you can ship something. Once you do that, picking up Vue or Svelte or Angular later becomes easy because the concepts like components, state, and routing are universal, so you will find them in almost every framework. Now, while learning front end, I wouldn't ignore the back end like I did the first time around. In 2025, you don't need to become a back end wizard to get started.
I cast Fireball.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with like front end and back end. Now I said AI can do it, so it's like you can what's the smartest thing you can do is that once AI like builds a code for you, like you can tell it, you know, can you explain what you wrote, you know, here for me, right? And sometimes too as well, when you kind of get into that like aspect of you know, when you ask ChatGPT those questions, it usually will give you the correct answer because it has to read the code that it wrote, and if there's any errors in the code, it will be able to spot it, right? So you know, I reason like you don't really have to be like a top tier front end developer or back end developer. Like as long as you know just understand the basic fundamentals, like AI can do everything for you.
Get started.
I cast Fireball. Fireball.
What the hell is this though?
But you should at least know the basics.
Yep.
Node.js with Express, or even better, something like Next.js's API routes, is enough to get you comfortable with APIs, databases, and authentication. For example, learning how to build a simple notes app where you can log in and save stuff to a database or even a file will teach you way more than just reading about REST or GraphQL in theory. Now, let's be honest. Databases are where most beginners get scared off. But in 2025, you've got tools like Superbase, PlanetScale, or Firebase that make it insanely easy to spin up a database and connect it to your project.
Yeah, that is true. And I mean, if you go about Mongoose, Mongoose is good as well too. I like Mongoose as well. So yeah, I mean, he's not wrong, man. Like, yeah, I mean, you even have SQL as well, SQL as well. SQL, I mean, everyone should know that's like super easy, right? So yeah, man. I mean, it's so easy, and now, man, it's like this, man. Remember, AI is just a tool to help us to do things quickly, because what you have to remember is that the world moves with speed. So you as well have to move with speed also, because if you get left behind, that is on you. So yeah, man, like yeah, you have to
That
speed
make it
up processes, man.
insanely easy to spin up a database and connect it to your project. Instead of struggling with local MySQL installs, I just use those. It's not cheating. It's how companies do it now too. Once
Yep.
you understand the basic idea of tables, relations, and queries, you can decide if you want to dig into SQL deeply later. Another thing I would change is how I approached learning in general. Instead of spending months stuck in tutorials, I'd adopt project-based learning from day one. The trick is to pick projects that are small enough that you can actually finish them. A weather app, a blog, or even a basic chat app if you're feeling fancy. These sound simple, but finishing them teaches you about APIs, CRUD operations, authentication, deployment, and debugging in ways tutorials never do. Science actually
Yeah, that is actually true though, because when I was going through, and I mean, and Free Code Camp did give you projects, but they give you projects that me personally, like I would say at least 10% of the projects that they give were really good projects, and they were helpful. So it's like I agree to my by putting yourself into that hot water is like basically training yourself in the deep sea, right? And learning to swim from there. And once you know can swim from there, it's like bro, you'll be unstoppable because you would have went through the trenches of learning different codes and stuff like that, you know?
application, deployment, and debugging in ways tutorials never do. Science actually backs this up too. Active recall and hands on practice are way more effective than passive learning. Finally, I'd focus way earlier on deployment and DevOps basics. Back when I started, I thought deployment was some advanced wizardry. But in 2025, you literally can push a repo to GitHub and deploy with services like Vercel or Netlify in seconds. Learning how to actually put something live on the internet not only feels incredible, it makes your portfolio real instead of just screenshots. And employers love seeing that you can take something from idea to shipped product. So
Yeah, that is something that I'm working on as well, because especially with this website that I'm working on right now. I mean, I've never really actually put a project into the like into the field before. I've just build them. So that's a skill that I also have to add into my artillery. So eventually, man, I just never really got. Well, I mean, to be honest, like those things, servers are a lot of money, man. Like share hosting is a lot of money. So yeah, but like because with sharing hosting is basically keeping your website available 24/7, and also you have to ensure that the security checks are in place as well. So
if I had to start
yeah,
web
man.
development all over again in 2025, the flow would be simple. Foundations first, modern JavaScript second, one front end framework, back end basics, databases with modern tools, project based learning, and deployment as early as possible. That's the stack that makes you dangerous fast without wasting years on things that don't matter anymore. Thank you for sitting
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, I agree too. Yeah, man. Like, bro, especially with how, as I said, how the world is right now, bro. Speed is everything. So if you're slow, man, you're just gonna cook yourself, man. Like, yeah, you have to move quickly. So I agree 100%. Now let's go. Should you learn JavaScript in 2025? Let's see.